got to be better on first down. You got to get more positive gains on first down. So I know he took a lot of grief to himself for it, but I thought he played pretty well and made some plays for us and did some things. I mean, he out of pocket plays, touchdowns both times. So he took a lot of the blame, but as a team we got to be better on first down.
Anthony?
Seems like the first 5 games are so close. We've seen a lot of missed tackles and then not as much the last few weeks. I mean, is there a reason for that? Is it blocking? Is it working through something? A combination of things like that?
I mean, really just, again, same thing. On normal downs, you got to be better. When there's somebody right in his face right now, it's hard to make the guy miss. He did a really good job of getting the ball back to the line of scrimmage if we needed him to and, progressing. So, for us, we just got to be better as a team.
Right here, Aaron.
When you reviewed the film from Saturday's game, how did you feel you guys as a staff did preparing the guys?
Yeah, I think you saw 2 different halves. You saw the first half where it didn't feel like there was enough energy, enough excitement. Thought the team they were prepared and mentally ready to play, but just didn't execute. But the second half, it felt like it came out. But what you saw was a test of like what the culture is. Guys never quit. Our players kept fighting all the way to the end, and had many chances to make it a 1-score game. Had a possible pick. I thought it was a great call by Wink with the alignment and the movement, giving them a show of one look and giving them another. Almost created a pick, and then had a chance to get down in the red zone and score a touchdown. But credit to them, they're a good football team. So that's credit to them as well.
You guys had some in-game issues as well, substitution, penalties, everything else. What would you chalk all that up to?
I mean, the one penalty with the special teams, we got to clean that up. And then really there was only one substitution deal, which hadn't really happened all year with any tempo deal. So that was one that we definitely have to take care of.
Noah?
Will Johnson and Jair Hill were both out on Saturday. What's their status, and could you see either of them playing this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, both working through it, pushing. Seems like Jair's working. He's trending on, probably playing, but we'll see. And then we'll see with Will how he goes this week.
On the left, Ryan?
Obviously, a lot of new faces on staff this year. Just how would you assess the whole coaching operation through 8 games this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just got to continue to get better. You got to find ways to get better in every way and put our guys in the best position. We are where we are with our record, but you got a chance to go fight and go win some more games. So that's the goal.
Have you changed much from like the start of the year to now as far as preparation or coaching wise with the guys at all?
We've changed different practice things and schedules of how we've progressed through practice. I mean, as you go through the year, you get more banged up and do different things, so you've got to adjust the players. So we'll keep adjusting and making the best game plans available to go win.
The right, Larry?
As you reviewed the first review, did it appear that the replay that showed that he dropped it came after they had already decided, like it was too late? And can you share like the mechanics? Do you have somebody in the box that's their only job, looking at replays?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all looking at every play, and the review, the angles that were shown for us to see weren't shown at the time, so we didn't see the drop. But I think it's knowledge that all the plays should be reviewed. So that's something that, obviously you saw the TV copy of the ball went right through the guy's hands and hit the ground. So it should have been reviewed, and but we'll leave it at that.
And how about, do you have someone that's their job, only job? Or?
Yeah, we have guys in the box. Everybody watches every play and every film. So I think that's a collective effort of everybody always watching that. So whether that angle in the box, we didn't see it initially, whatever it is, but it was obviously seen on the TV copy.
Tony?
Yeah, Sherrone, the first 6 or so weeks, I mean, really we're able to lean on this run defense and count on it. A lot top 10 early. Last couple of weeks kind of been gashed a little bit, I guess. Is that just what happens, or I guess what have you seen the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I think early on in the game, those guys did a really good job of spreading it sideline to sideline. And then, they got some creases. It's not like there's been just a load of explosive runs in the run game. They've had to definitely earn it, and we've made them earn it. So you got a really good team you played last week. So really good team and a really good scheme. So we got to do a better job fitting our gaps and doing those things to stop the run.
Another good one on Saturday, obviously, in the run and stopping the run. I guess just how key is I know you're asked about getting Claw going again, and then on the other side.
Yeah, huge. We got to do that. We've got to put together the best plan to do that, and that's the plan to do.
John?
Yeah, your general thoughts on Indiana, but if Coach Signetti really loaded up out of the portal on his offense in particular, could you talk a little bit about walking that line in this new world between recruiting on this side and the portal on this side?
Yeah, it's part of it. You got to figure out how you want to build the program, whether it's with the high school range or all in the portal or a mix of both. We're always going to rely on our high school players and the guys we want to build from within and build that and keep the culture. But yeah, you're going to have those transfer guys to supplement different spots, which we'll have and we'll continue to do. So he's done obviously an unbelievable job of what he's done with his team. They play disciplined, they play fast, they play physical. Offensively, they do a really good job of spreading you out, but doing things, keeping it simple for their players and making it difficult for your defense. And defensively, they just play great team defense and try to make you make a mistake.
On the right, back right, Reiner.
Yeah, how do you explain, Indiana, I guess, making this kind of leap forward, and Michigan kind of falling back at this state? How do you explain how much transformation both programs have had?
We just got to continue to do what we need to do to progress. So we're looking at the future, looking at this game, looking at today, and trying to figure out how we can get better today. That's what we're going to go do.
Angelique.
Sherrone, you've been an offense coordinator, obviously. How would you, when you're evaluating Kirk,
The best way is for us to continue to move the football and be successful.
And when you looked at the film, do you agree with that call on 4th and 5?
Just not 3 and out, and then we want to go down and score, and that's what they did. So it's a lot of pride to do that, and that's the standard that you want to live up to. So the record's not where it is, but we want to keep face, make sure that they're taken care of, and we can continue to push forward in a positive way and continue to go try to win.
Dennis.
Could you give a little more clarity on those, the man over the center and also
the rule basically just lining up on the center with that number. So something we got to adjust, we got to get better at, and we got to make sure we fix internally, and then continue to get better, to continue to fight and continue to strive to make positive impacts on the team, and that's what we're going to go do.
Charles.
You mentioned.
Sherrone, what's been the response from recruits this year compared to maybe years when you were undefeated at this point in the season? Do they have different questions for you, and how have they sort of responded to this season?
Talked after the game about starting faster offensively. How much of your game plan offensively is scripted going into games, and maybe how frequently do you guys differ or veer from that game plan?
The optimism that you projected, I guess, and the confidence during the preseason, how much are you surprised that you guys are where you are at this point in the season?
He'll be back healthy in the spring, but yeah, he'll be out for the rest of the year.
And Percy was hurt, and Link was limping a little bit after the game. Are those guys, what's their status?
Yeah, Percy got a lower body extremity thing, which I think he'll end up being okay, so we'll see how it works out this week, and then Link ended up being okay.
Last question here, Tony.
I know there's optimism early about Rod Moore. Is he going to play at all this year?
We'll see. I'm not really sure. I'm not 100% sure where he's trending. I know he's been moving around a little bit, but we'll always just go with the doctor's opinion and then be more cautious than anything with that.
And then last, is there any thought to you taking over play calling?
No, we haven't talked about that yet.